So I don't know, maybe some of you have noticed that I like to make really fun AI images, and I've been doing this for like a year. Love it. I'm not going to stop doing it. Sure, I get some criticism from the art crowd, but I'm not even on Canvas, so I don't know what their beef is. But I like to generate some pretty nice images. They're pretty wow. I think they are. And I use AI tools like MidJourney, and I use the Adobe suite because they have AI built into their interface as well. And so what I do is I design these really interesting characters. Sometimes they're cartoony, but I find myself moving more in the direction of photography. And there's a reason for that. It was really fun to create these. I still do it, create this really wild art. Good. I use style reference codes and I use my imagination and I make it come together. So why do I like making pretty pictures? I mean, that's how I started out. I just like doing it. I was addicted to it. I'm still addicted to it. I can sit over here and generate images with one teeny idea, and then it just grows into something huge. And so I just wanted to share this creativity with you. So after I create these really nice images that are primarily, I'm doing mostly photography styled work. Then I like to face swap. I tripped over that a couple months ago. Creator Impact, I think it was Creator Impact, had a walkthrough on how to do face swaps. So I followed his YouTube, and I'll put his link down below because I learned a lot from him. So I like to make these images, and then I like putting people's faces on them. And for the most part, I employ my friends and family, and I turn them into beautiful people with stunning outfits, ball gowns, party dresses, business suits, images that are like in the city or in the park or on the French Riviera. And it's their face, but it's somebody else's body. Now, back in the old days, they would call those photo shoots. I have a friend that lives in Italy, and that's what he did for a living. He was a professional photographer for models. And you know, that can be kind of expensive. If you're just small business, you can't really afford a big time photographer to come in with his models and do an entire photo shoot for you. So using these tools is a way of saving a little bit of money while you grow your business. You can use this on like your websites, or if you're like doing an email campaign, or even if you're doing mailers. The visualization of your face and an interesting character just draws attention. And let's just face it, the digital world is becoming a little saturated already. It's only going to get worse. So aside from your message, you also want to create something visually appealing to draw attention so that they will hear you. So then what I do is I take these images that I've created in MidJourney and then run them through Adobe, and swap faces and fix eyebrows, fix bags under your eyes, put a smile on you, put some makeup on. I look really good, but I want to teach you how to be able to do that. And then once I'm done with that, I have the images that I want and the face looks good. Then I want to animate it. 5-second clips. What are you going to do with a 5-second clip of your face on a character? Well, here's one idea. You can use them on your website. It's like, you don't have to animate. I know you have to be concerned with page loading time, and the MP4s might be a little bit on the heavy side, so you can make them clickable links if people want to see them. But the images themselves will draw attention. If you want to stand out, why not be creative and make yourself like a fairy or a mermaid or a cowboy? There's just so much out there that you can be. And I guess they call it branding, image branding. I'm learning all this stuff myself. I'm like 2 steps ahead of you. Believe me, I have not been doing this for 20 years. Or like your email campaigns, you want to have some visual interest on the actual document when people open and see it, and they're, oh, that's so cool, and then they read your message, and that's what you want. And then if you want to spend money on digital ads, you have a branded image that's visually appealing and catches people's attention, because it's like, what are you doing on a motorcycle in the Swiss Alps? What's this about? And you click it, right? And I don't really think this is a trend. I think this is going to continue to grow. A lot of the images can still be kind of buggy. I used to be an artist. Oh, I'm still an artist. But hands, I always struggled as an artist painting hands. Well, apparently AI has the same problem because I always have to count the fingers. I always have to like check to see if maybe there's like third eye, or which that would be painfully obvious, but I always have to check the hands. And sometimes the jewelry is a bit overdone too. So if you listen to Gary Vee, and sometimes I listen to him, not always, but sometimes I listen, and he says avatars are gonna be the thing of the future. So I don't know how I feel about that. The message I keep hearing about digital creators is that you need to have your face out there. You need to have a good message that people wanna hear. And so if you create an avatar and your avatar can talk like you and sound like you and look like you, it is you, I kind of feel like maybe you're cheating a little bit. Or maybe you can switch back and forth. I don't really know. I haven't decided that yet. But that's on the next thing for me to learn, is how to create an avatar. So on one of these episodes, you're gonna see me talking to you, and it won't be me. It'll be my face and it'll be my voice, but it won't be me. But for now, I just wanna walk you through how I create the images. So I'm just gonna give you an example, and then how I put my face on these images. And then lastly, I'll have an example of using Gen 3 and how I animate these pictures. Now, I might have to like go through like a more detailed episode, but it'll be an hour or an hour and a half, and I'm sure nobody really wants to sit through that. But I think I might start doing some walkthroughs or like bits and bytes. Part 1, create your image. Part 2, face swapping. Part 3, making the video. And then you walk away with something that you like. So I really don't think this is a trend. I think this is just gonna be part of how we exist online. Go with it. So I hope you enjoy the next minute or two of what I'm gonna show you, and look forward to more. This is an image I generated on MidJourney, Style Ref 750. It's a gray style ref. If you like that moody black and white style, you definitely want to try it. And here's another image that I generated, same style. And then of course, I'm like really into face swapping. So I put my face on the first image. I put my face on the second image. And then, whoa, look at this. It's so cool. Just what I need. No time for riddles. You're in the middle of my self-release. You have unchained.